Let's chat about why ovulation predictor strips are wrong 40% of the time with patients with PCOS and metabolic issues. Also, let's qualify what a metabolic issue is. It's pretty much anything that alters your metabolic rate, your insulin, things that change how frequently you metabolize your own hormones, how frequently you produce them, and how quickly they move through your system, and the sensitivity at the receptor. Now, this encapsulates a really wide degree of things that can go wrong, or things that can show up wrong in tests more accurately. And so in this case, up to 40%, maybe more, these are 40% of reported findings of ovulation test strips that measure your LH spike completely misread or completely miss for women who have PCOS and women with metabolic issues. And if you don't know if you have this, it's a pretty good marker to know that you have a metabolic problem if you know that your metabolism is slowing down, if you know that your TSH levels are higher than 2.5, if you know you have elevated fasting insulin or some sugar dysregulation, meaning you have insulin, the beginnings of insulin resistance or just high fasting insulin, and then unexplained hsCRP and other inflammatory markers. Those are all indicators that there's a pretty good chance that your metabolic rate is fluctuating. And why this is so important is if those numbers that are being determined by a test strip are based on the sensitivity that hormones, when they hit the receptors in your ovaries, spike LH, and that's what the test actually measures. If 40% of women with PCOS or metabolic problems don't get reliable peaks, either because the peak's not high enough for LH or the baseline is too elevated, so the difference between their normal LH and when they would ovulate is too high. All of these are reasons why the ovulation tests for telling them when they should be trying are completely off. And then you feel like you're ovulating and you know you had symptoms of ovulation and yet it never showed up on your test strips. Another missed cycle, more irritation, more hopelessness, and actually the irony is that you are ovulating, it's just not being picked up by the tests.